Serbia's tucked right in the heart of Europe, and it's kind of like the neighborhood storyteller, with tales of everything from ancient battles to today's hustle. It's interesting how this place mixes old charm with the rush of modern life. Imagine walking through cities where every corner tells a story. What's it like for the women who live there? They've seen some real changes. Stick around, and let's find out how they're shaping the future of their country. Geography and history. So, Serbia's smack in the middle of Southeast Europe, right? It's this amazing mix of mountains and rivers, especially with the Danube cruising through it. But Serbia isn't just about pretty landscapes. The place has a wild history. Think about how it went from royal kingdoms to being part of Yugoslavia, and all the ups and downs until it became its own country again in 2006. That's not just textbook stuff, it really shapes what Serbia is today. And history here isn't just about old battles or politics. It's in the food, the music, and even in the everyday chat. People here remember their past, and you'll see it in the way cities like Belgrade or Novi Sad mix old buildings with new vibes. But it's not all smooth, you know? There have been tough times that tested the Serbs, like economic sanctions in the 90s and the struggle to build up their economy again. Now, what's really interesting is how this history has shaped the Serbian spirit. You've got this resilience, a kind of never-give-up attitude that's pretty inspiring. They're joining the EU soon, which is a big step. It means a lot for how they see their future, moving from a time when they had to stand alone to now reaching out to be part of a bigger community. And here's a thought: how do you think all this history affects the women in Serbia? They've seen their country through a lot of changes. From times when things were pretty traditional, to now, when they're stepping up in fields like business and tech. Makes you wonder, right? How do these women keep their culture alive while pushing forward? Stick around as we dig deeper into their stories and find out just how they're taking on modern challenges. What kind of mark do you think they're aiming to leave on their country's future? Economic landscape. So, diving into Serbia's economic scene, it's like stepping into a place that's hustling to find its rhythm after some really rocky times. The economy here has been on a roller coaster. Think about a GDP growth of 2.5% in 2023, which is pretty solid, right? But there's more to it. Agriculture is booming with a 9% jump in production, and construction is also picking up. Yet, not everything's looking up. The retail sector's kind of stumbling with a slight drop in sales. Serbia's economy isn't just numbers and percentages. It's about real people making a living. Like, imagine farmers in the lush valleys of Vojvodina or tech startups in Belgrade buzzing with young coders. It's a mix of old and new, traditional farming and cutting-edge tech. This blend is helping Serbia inch closer to bigger markets, aiming to hook into the European Union's economy. But here's the kicker: despite these gains, not everyone's riding the wave of growth. There's still a notable chunk of folks grappling with unemployment, around 9%. It's like, while some are thriving, others are barely holding on, which paints a complex picture of what economic growth really means on the ground. This economic puzzle isn't just about making more money or growing bigger, it's about finding balance. How does a country rich in culture and potential make sure no one's left behind? Especially, think about the women here. How are they faring? Are they getting their fair share of opportunities, or are they facing old-school attitudes that box them in? These questions are crucial because they touch on something deeper than just economics. They're about fairness, opportunity, and the kind of society Serbia wants to build. As we explore more, let's keep these questions in mind, considering the role of women not just as contributors to the economy, but as key players in shaping Serbia's future. What stories of struggle and success might they share? Let's find out. Women in Serbian society. Now let's shift the lens towards the women of Serbia. It's fascinating, really. In a country that's been reshaped by its history, women have been carving out new roles for themselves in this evolving landscape. You see, Serbian women are more than just a part of the workforce. They are influencers in education, leaders in business, and pioneers in the arts. Their stories are not just footnotes in a man's world, but headlines of progress and empowerment. In urban centers like Belgrade, women are at the forefront of the tech industry, driving innovation and breaking stereotypes. Education has played a massive role here. More women are now university graduates than men, bringing fresh perspectives and skills into professions traditionally dominated by their male counterparts. Yet, this shift isn't just confined to cities. In rural Serbia, women manage farms, run households, and preserve the rich cultural heritage that Serbia is known for. However, it's not all smooth sailing. Despite these advances, many women still face significant hurdles. Gender pay gaps, limited access to certain job markets, and societal expectations of women's roles linger as stubborn challenges. These issues reflect broader global struggles but feel more acute in a country straddling the line between its traditional past and a modern future. Consider the influence of women in public policy and social enterprises. They're not just participants, they're leading voices for change, advocating for policies that promote gender equality and social justice. Their impact stretches beyond economics, touching on societal norms and family life, reshaping what it means to be a woman in Serbia today. So, what does the future hold for these dynamic women? With every challenge comes an opportunity to redefine the landscape, to influence the next generation, and to continue building a society that values the contributions of all its members. As we delve deeper into their journeys, let's keep asking, how will the stories of these resilient women inspire and reshape Serbia's path forward? What legacy will they leave for the young girls dreaming of their own futures in this vibrant country? Let's explore these questions together. Cultural influences and future aspirations. As we've seen, Serbian women are rewriting their roles in a rapidly changing society. But let's dive a bit deeper into the cultural fabric that both challenges and enriches their lives. In Serbia, tradition and modernity are in a constant dance, where deeply rooted cultural practices meet new ideals of gender equality and personal freedom. Music, literature, and art reflect and challenge societal norms, often providing a voice for those not heard. In the arts, women are prominent figures, using their platforms to address issues like domestic violence and gender discrimination. These artistic expressions not only highlight the struggles, but also celebrate the strength and resilience of Serbian women, inspiring conversations that can lead to real change. Looking to the future, these cultural shifts are significant. They don't just affect women, they influence the entire fabric of Serbian society. As more women assume leadership roles, whether in business, politics, or community organizations, their perspectives foster a more inclusive and equitable society. This transformation is particularly poignant for the younger generation, who will inherit a country that values contributions based on merit rather than gender. What's really exciting is thinking about what's next. How will the evolving role of women influence Serbia's path toward European Union membership? How will their increasing economic and social influence help to shape national policies? These questions are not just hypothetical, they're actively being answered every day by the actions and decisions of Serbian women. Challenges and opportunities. So, we've seen how Serbian women are stepping up, right? But let's not gloss over the hurdles they still face daily. Gender equality might be on the books, but the reality on the ground can tell a different story. It's like, even though more women are scoring top jobs and degrees, they're still bumping up against a glass ceiling, especially when it comes to equal pay and leadership roles. That pay gap? It's still there, subtly reminding us that progress isn't just about opportunities, but also about true parity. And it's not just about money. Social norms have a tight grip, particularly in smaller towns and villages where traditional views on gender roles run deep. Here, many women juggle their careers with expectations to manage the bulk of household chores and childcare. This double duty can be exhausting and often limits their professional growth. But here's where it gets interesting. Challenges spark innovation. Serbian women are not just waiting for change, they're making it happen. They're starting their own businesses, from tech startups to local crafts, turning challenges into stepping stones. And let's talk about education. These efforts are powering a silent revolution, with more girls in schools and universities aiming high, fueled by dreams and determination. These strides are crucial not just for women, but for Serbia's future. As these women carve out new paths, they lay down tracks for others to follow, pushing society to rethink and reshape its norms. What's essential here is the dialogue. Conversations about these challenges and opportunities can ignite broader changes, creating a ripple effect that might just reshape what tomorrow looks like for everyone in Serbia. How will these efforts pave the way for a more balanced and equitable society? Let's watch this space and see how these powerful narratives unfold. As we've explored the vibrant tapestry of Serbia's economy and the pivotal role of women shaping its future, we see a nation on the brink of significant transformation. Women in Serbia are breaking barriers, challenging norms, and setting the stage for a future that honors equality and embraces change. Inspired by their stories? Dive deeper, join the conversation, and share their journeys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on how these remarkable women continue to forge new paths.